Alrighty. Hello everybody, hopefully it's working now. Let me just make sure. We're gonna check the red site and the blue site. Hopefully you're all doing well. Let me just tab in. Okay, let's see, is red site working? Red site is a go. Purple site? Red site is a go. Purple site? And I need to mute myself. Let's not do that. God, I sound awful. Perfect. Everything's working fine. But hello everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well. I promised you I'll be back a second time today, and I did deliver. I'm not lying. Unlike Friday, which I lied through my teeth, unfortunately. I just realized I don't have any water with me, which is unfortunate, but I do have cough drops, which means I can use those like candy. That basically does the same job anyways. Dariosi, how's it going? Long time no see. Hello, welcome on in. We're just finishing setting up here. A little bit of a short stream. I streamed earlier today and promised a second one though. We're being productive. I know my timings have been all over the place. Hopefully you're doing well. Come on, computer, do your job. Show the iPad. Oh yeah, it's you again. I know it's been a minute. Welcome back. Pleasure to have you here. Okay, come on. My computer is being difficult. There we go. Also, for some reason my phone is connected for VTube Studio. It charges fine, but for some reason my iPad refuses to charge while it's connected. Strange. I don't ask questions. As long as it does its job, I don't care. Okay, we'll set up the screen share now. Come on. See, I'm getting fast at this. Android cast. Okay. Typing secret number stuff. Why is it showing? God damn it, hide it. Secret. I had a fever so I couldn't join. I felt like shit. No, that's okay. Don't ever feel bad. Your presence here is more than enough. Hopefully you feel better. At least you're feeling a little bit better now, maybe. Depending on where you are, it might still be cold out, but you know, have some soup, drink lots of fluids, that sort of a thing. Citrus. Good. Well, hopefully I can distract you with the smooth, dulcet tones of my schizophrenic voice. Well, unfortunately it is the weekday tomorrow, so work and school are back in session, but at least you have a little bit more time. A couple hours left in the day to relax. And hey, if you're still feeling sick, maybe get the day off. Okay. Now let's go back here. Why is it upside down? What the hell is wrong with me? Why is it... So we were working on this earlier, redesign a Smugglana. However, thinking I might just finish this in my own time and post it later. Right? The coloring is also really weird. I know it's not entirely accurate. If I go like this, it's maybe a little bit more, or is that... But I have something else that I wanted to work on in the meantime. Other stuff that I was working on by myself, but I figure if I'm gonna work on it, I might as well stream it. Large stack of things that I need to get done. Did you know Bonnie blew... Oh dear god, yes, I saw a clip of that. Oh my god. Good luck finding out which one did it. Oh my god. That's gonna be an episode of Jerry Springer. Okay, yeah, so we're not doing Smugglana. Actually, funny enough, it was a clip of Smugglana reacting to it that I saw that news. Okay, so not this for today. Instead, we're gonna go over here. Go away, Smugglana. I'll work on you later. We're gonna work on this. Unfortunately, I won't give you any context. Let me pull up the screen. She's going to be every skin tone known to mankind. Oh, I forget what the number it was. It's probably in the hundreds. I always forget. she's done some wild stuff. Okay, where's that text? There we go, just a little note. Technically I can, but it's some secret stuff today, but I figured I just wanted to spend some time with y'all. So no context. Oh, I've heard. I know I've heard that one. Okay, my notes. Interesting. Oh, I'm aware. I've seen the videos that people put out about the mini documentary series about it and that sort of thing. That's wild to me. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, a lot of people do some crazy stuff, especially for publicity now, that it's just really unfortunate because a lot of people are going to get screwed over in the long term. Okay, we're just going to darken this, and then I will erase what I want to be highlighted. We're doing some backgrounds, basically. Fortunately, I have still a secret, but yeah, that Bonnie Blue thing is wild. I will never understand why people do things like that. Okay. Yeah, that too. Growing up, that kid is gonna get it rough. It'll be absolutely brutal, but people don't think about others when they make decisions like that, which is unfortunate, but I mean, there's nothing that can be done about it now. Okay. So we're just gonna work away on this. That panel is gonna be cleared up anyways. Okay, so we probably have some kind of a... Okay, now we'll start to erase it. Like there's gonna be some light coming to it. I mean, with that whole story, it's still early, right? So we won't know for ages. Erase these lines here. There we go. I mean, most of this is going to be highlighted anyways. If there's some light coming directly down from it, we just have to wait 9 months, unfortunately, to find out, yeah. But I'm sure at some point somebody will mention something or she'll put out a statement because people like that love to talk. Okay, if he's directly under a hat though, it wouldn't be showing. You know, I've never actually played a game before, so when everybody says like before GTA 6, I'd like never... I mean, I know what the game is, but I've never played it before, so I have like no idea what the experience is like. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we have some kind of a... No. We want it to be close, not too far away, but a little bit close. Okay, so from there, there's like a little shape of something. It's like a comet going by, basically. Now I should also probably look at references of comets, but I'm just gonna imagine. It's okay, we can kind of figure this out. two of them are looking up like that. They said it was gonna come out 2 years ago? Oh yeah. See, like, I've never played the game before, but I've heard so much flack about GTA 6 because now every single time something happens, they say we got this before GTA 6. Like Ado. If anybody listens to Ado, the singer, I love her. She's absolutely incredible. She did, technically it was a face reveal, but in her newest song, Vivarium, and she was originally a faceless singer for years, so everybody in the comments was like, oh my god, Ado face reveal before GTA 6. It's okay. I mean, they won't be fully whitened out. There'll still be some gray and that sort of thing. I just need to... Like, this would technically... No. God, I need that later. Maybe I, like, flat color them instead. We'll just, you know, give them, like, a flat gray color. And then I can add white as necessary. When it comes out in 2030, nobody's gonna play it because I mean that's true, right? You can only build something for so long. Usually, like a year or two is fine because people will wait that long, right? If you actually like the game, if there's an audience for it, 1 or 2 years is fine. After that, though, it really starts to fade away. Like what was it? There was a game. I'm trying to think now. But actually, you know what? No. Because the Hollow Knight, that's what I was thinking of, sorry. Silk Song was a recent one. And I think that did exceptionally well. But that came out like years and years and years after the first one, no? Okay, so we'll just gray wash with like a flat color of the characters. Of course, Unk knows about Hollow. Okay. I may be spiritually 87, but I'm still very much not that old. And I've never actually played it, I've just seen people play it. But yeah, that game, if I was to look it up, I think it came out way later after the first one, and there was a huge following, but I think they dropped it. Like, it was a surprise. Nobody actually knew it was coming, which I think is the difference. They were just like, here you go, here's the sequel, and everybody was all crazy for it, like, oh my god, and they started playing. So I guess that's different, because that's not building hype. Oh god. Yeah, the internet's gonna be weird, as always. You can't stop the internet from being weird, unfortunately, and there's always gonna be that kind of fan art. Let's go pitch black. If it's the night sky, we're going pitch black. Maybe a little bit lighter than pitch black, but still want it to be relatively dark. Pretty dark. Okay, maybe a little bit lighter. I might have been over-exaggerating a little bit when I said pitch black. I may have, in fact, been BSing. Well, yeah, they are. They're all like little tiny insects and stick figures. They're like little tiny. That makes sense. Okay, so we're just going to leave this shaded like this for now, and then I'll go back to where the lighting is hitting. Grim is your favorite character from Hollow Knight? I kind of need to look this up now. I have no idea who any of these people are. Okay, you know what? Give me 1 second. We're going to tab over, and then I'm going to look at Hollow Knight characters for a quick second. Because I haven't actually played the game. I've just heard of it. Okay, Hollow Knight. Troop Master Grimm. Oh, is that like the red one? Yes. Okay, this makes sense. The vampire-y bug thing. Interesting. That looks, you know, that's cool. I like that a lot. That one's nice. With like the wings. Okay. Interesting. So is he like a bat then, if they're all insects? Because they're bugs, but... Interesting. Interesting. I love how they just give them kind of randomy powers. They'll just make the insect a vampire and then also give it fire powers. I feel like that would be a hell of a boss to fight too, because especially in those games, I know it's probably pretty difficult. Let me also get that flat color and fill out the girl there. There we go, let's fill this out here and I'll add the little details as we go, but for now I just want to make sure that there's some gray to it, because even when the light hits, there's going to be bits and pieces that are kind of reflected. You say that in a very concerning way. Do I want to know something that's canon about Hornet? Mr. Teriosi, choose your next words very carefully. Like, I could use a luminance brush here. What if I did... Interesting. I don't know what that means. Pure vessel. Is that like the main character? The Hollow Knight guy? Or is that somebody else? Okay, so you know, from there, if we go here, this color, go just a tad bit lighter. Technically I could probably make, no, not the light pen, we don't want the light pen anymore. We're gonna go back to airbrushing, and I'm gonna make like little clouds. Okay, interesting. Yes, yeah, I know what half siblings mean, please. I was just concerned about where this was going. Right. Because the vessel thing, I haven't played the game, but from what I understand, technically the person who's the vessel or some crap, like the goal of it is to get to the vessel thing. And the person that is currently in the vessel isn't meant to be there. We'll add clouds here. There we go, we're just kind of adding bits and pieces there. They had over 100 children with the white lady? Okay, these games have very interesting lore. Okay, so from here, we can add, like, you know, little clouds here and that sort of a thing, that's fine. But we're also going to have to add the moon, which I feel like could be small, right? Like, where do we want it? Right there or something? It would be significantly brighter. No. Okay, maybe way brighter than that, actually. You know what, screw it, the moon should be pure white. Gonna be honest, I like your funny words, Magic Man. I don't know what any of that means. He tried to make the perfect, like, thing to contain the infection. Like the perfect, that he was trying to create, like, the perfect offspring to become the vessel. Stop becoming pointy, I want you to stay a circle. Stay a circle. The perfect vessel, okay. Interesting. The games have very interesting lore. Like, I love hearing stories about that sort of thing in lore, it's just, it's not my type of game. I'm not a platformer or a roguelike or that sort of a player. Like, my bread and butter is usually just RPGs. Okay, now we'll make this significantly lighter. Not a surprise old people like to play that kind of game. Wow. Hey, I'm just a big story, that sort of a... meet the characters, get involved in the story, that sort of thing. I'm not a roguelike player. Or even like Dark Souls. Those kinds of games, but to each their own. It actually has nothing to do with the difficulty too, because I enjoy shooters. Oh, god damn it, my computer just froze. Oh. Excuse me. So, there we go. Okay, it was trying to prevent me from talking. I mean it as a joke, by the way. No, don't worry. I will never get offended by anything, ever. I've had a hell of a lot told to me before in my lifetime, so don't you ever worry. There's nothing you or anybody else could ever say that would offend me. Yeah, at certain points of the internet. I think it's because I have limits or certain like time slots where my phone is set to turn off or just mute itself or turn notifications off, and it also randomly disconnects my VTube studio for no reason. Luckily it only takes like 30 seconds to solve, but that was back in the day before I understood how half this stuff works. That would have taken us a full 3 hours. See, I've gotten better at technology. See, I may even try start multi-streaming to more than these 2 platforms, actually. Just gonna branch out to, well, I have a TikTok account already, but live streaming on TikTok maybe, and then also Gek, right? The only issue is TikTok I need to stream beforehand without VTube Studio on, unfortunately. It literally just has to be your phone, so I'm thinking I'm just putting it down, and I'm going to hit live, and then I'm just going to let it stare at the ceiling for 30 minutes. And that way, 1, I'm not showing my face, so I'm not doxing myself. And then 2, after I do that, I can use a software. Because it's stupid the way it's set up. Yeah, the way it's set up is really, really weird. Glad I can make you chuckle and laugh. Hey, that's my job. That's supposed to be what I'm doing for you there. You're sick. You're supposed to relax. Also trying to see if this makes sense, because we have like the cloudiness and the stuff here. Okay, I'm thinking maybe I make the comment smaller, because I made it way too big, and I don't think I want it that close. Or maybe I do. Technically, okay, logically speaking, this is not going to make sense for y'all. But I'm thinking, because if the comment is going to be coming from this hole, like there's a hole here, and the comment is going to be shooting up that way, then technically it wouldn't go from left to right, it would go from right to left. Oh, you miraculously got better in the span of an hour? Not even? Another person was there? No, you've been sick with the fever? Oh, am I speaking to a doppelganger? Or are you having a stroke? 4 people now. Are you sure it's not the voices in your head? Being sick can do that to you. You know, there's help out there. No, I see, I see. Okay, so I feel like before I should get rid of this, and I should try to figure out what the panel is doing before I add stuff there. Yes, thank you for telling me, Mr. Dario. See, I see that. Okay, yeah, so technically a comment would be coming from this way then, because in the other panel... God, that's way too big. Everybody be mature. It would be coming from this way, like that. Right? Can't figure out what direction it's coming from necessarily. I told you to be mature about it. Okay, so there's some kind of a comment there, right? I need to figure out what the panel here also get clipped. Okay, we're gonna readjust the panels down here so that makes sense. Let me just grab that brush and we'll start sketching it out. I want it to be so like the person looks up, light is falling from above them, and then they look up and see that it's like a comet passing above, right? Unfortunately, this is not going to make sense to any of you. It'll make sense one day, I promise. We're just working on something secret right now and I can't explain. But like, person here looks up. I'm going to get rid of that background. Light hits them, and then it's the scene with the two of them looking up and there's a comet above them. So you know, I can erase. We're just going to erase these squares. These aren't helpful. No, I erased too much. Goddamn. Actually, you know, there's no purpose for it because it's going to be all the way in the background. There's no reason to have that box. Let me just get rid of it. You ask a very unserious person to be mature. Right, that's my mistake. I should have known better by now. Okay. We're just going to keep in mind that there is a box here. It is separate. However... What layer? Okay. I'm just making sure I'm on the right layer because half the time I always forget. And then if I do all this progress on one layer, and I go and try and change it and I realize that it's on a different layer, I'm going to have an aneurysm. Dun, dun. Okay, so we have her. It's going to be like the child. The small child there. She's looking up, and light is going to be shining down upon her. Like the Lord. I'm just kidding. Also, sometimes I struggle trying to figure out how to make the proportions look right on a child, because the more circular they are, the younger they tend to be. So it's the younger child, you want to have like bigger head, rounder body. I've seen older people crash out over a truck. This is not crashing out. I don't think anyone's ever seen me get mad. Oh my god, my throat just went. I don't think anyone's ever seen me get mad before. I'm incredibly calm. What do you mean? Cool, calm, and collected. A very much stoic person. I have the patience of a saint. I am so demure. What is the what do people say? I'm very demure, very mindful. Okay, right, smaller shoulders. If it's a child, really tiny shoulders. Large head, so we'll just keep erasing this. I'll have to redraw the hair, that's fine. Just mind that that's kind of roughly where the head is. Just play Brawlhalla if you unlock another level of rage. See, I don't crash out, even with video games. Like, I play Marvel Rivals all the time. Or even, like, Apex back in the day, and that sort of a thing. And I've gotten to, like, GM, that sort of a thing. I don't crash out, even when playing, like, ranked or competitive modes in games. I just plug away at it, right? Okay, or would the shoulders be more like that? No, the shoulders would be underneath them if they're looking up. That makes more sense. You know when people use the same annoying? Yes. Oh, yeah. Back in the day when Smash Bros was big, it used to, like, you'd fight the same one or two people over and over and over again, and all they knew was the same damn combo. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, and then we have, like, feet there, but the important thing is that a hand is going to be outstretched like this, and then that's when the light is going to hit. Something like that. Imagine that, but 10 times more annoying, and you have Brawlhalla. If it's that annoying, why do you play it? If it brings you such stress, why keep playing? Because it's fun. It's fun getting mad. Okay. This will make more sense in a minute, but I'm just gonna keep working away at this. Okay, wait, my hand out like that. I'm gonna erase these two eyes. I need to remember that there's gonna be a small panel above there as well. Why must fun games be annoying? It's to balance it out, right? If a game was too fun and not annoying, then like you just spend all your time playing it, right? And then you never get anything done. Okay, open palm like that. See, you wouldn't have this problem if you were playing an RPG, because usually the story-based ones are solo player. And therefore, you wouldn't have to deal with anybody else's BS. Right? I'm just saying. Maybe those RPGs have something going for them after all. You are not Unk. Enough to play those kinds of games. Oh my god, come on. I think some of my favorite games of all time, like the Fire Emblem, like in the Xenoblade games. God, I'm trying to think off the top of my head and I'm forgetting. My mind is drawing a complete blank right now. God, Danganronpa. Oh my god, a nice murder mystery game too. Those are great. Persona Strikers I played, started Persona 5, those are all great. See, great RPGs, I don't know what you're talking about. Final Fantasy, oh my god, I played 10 and 12, some of my favorite games of all time. Oh my god. It's fine, old people forget things all the time. See, the funny thing is, I'm not even old. I'm just out of the loop on everything, so I might as well be. Technically, I'm still extremely young. I've just been trapped in hell for a very, very long time, so I don't know what's going on. Okay, we'll get a smaller eraser. There we go, we'll just erase that properly. So then from there, I'm realizing all these little sort of gray flecks that are bothering me are probably from another layer, and I don't know which one. There we go. Okay, I just had to get rid of them. They were getting on my nerves. Okay. So then, if we were to draw the child, we got the round face. There we go. Large, rotund face, like a dumpling. That is essentially what a child head is like. Okay, so from there, something like that, or we have the hair like this. And then we can start to polish it up. Okay. Now I'm realizing the proportions may not be entirely accurate here. So maybe draw a larger head, like much larger. Just have it be more childlike, something like this, right? Or maybe even bigger than that. Something way bigger. Wait, why don't I just... Why am I doing this? Go back. And then just zoom. What am I doing? Select this, and then I can just use it to expand. Go like that. Okay, not too big. Just a little bit bigger. Something like that from the angle. I feel like this makes sense. Okay. So from here, we'll go back to polishing up the hair. Start cleaning this up, and there we are. And I need to remember what the hairstyle did, because I just did a random one. These technically aren't important people, they just need to serve their purpose of introducing someone else. Okay, that line is not from this layer. Where is that line? There we go. Line has been eliminated. Amazing artist. Okay, thank you so much. I mean, it's just kind of some rough scribbles on a page right now because it's really, really rough, but I had another page where we were working more on some drafts. Like this here is further in, that's probably... It's a little bit more polished, I still haven't done a lot of shading and other stuff yet, because we're just working away at it, but... It's not the usual. The usual will be much more artsy stuff. This is kind of a lot of secrets, unfortunately. Like this one is technically something I drew years ago, but it is going to be one of the pages I'm using that I'm going to have to redraw. Like that one is probably a little bit better than what we were working on beforehand. Again, no context, but you know. Fun little sneak peek. Right, like I at least did some more stuff recently. That one was fun to do. We did Skew-chan, and then we were working Smugglana, so I will finish that Smugglana one later too. The redraw, but for now we're back working on this little project here. I have quite a few of these to get through actually, so I need to be making headway. I might start cutting back on sleep to make up for this. You can just imagine what the TikTok people are saying if they see her. See, I do have a little like clip thing, little clip channel on TikTok there that I post some stuff, and I haven't got too many unhinged comments for the most part. You'd be surprised, actually. No, not at all. I have a mix of stuff too, because maybe a couple months ago, back when I was doing Inktober, a lot of it was more physical. Like I was doing a lot of physical sketches. I still do some here and there, but it's a mix, and yeah, you'd be surprised. I think the only one that I can think of is a post that I did of Eternity from Reverse 1999, but if Eternity was like realistic, so I drew her out in a more realistic way. And I think somebody said that she was like a gilf or something like that, and it took me a minute to figure out what that meant. But since then, I haven't had a single comment. You've seen someone say "hear me out" to a Huggy Wuggy edit? Okay, that's disgusting. That... oh god. That is nasty beyond all... No. Humanity is doomed. Society has failed. Okay, back to the child looking up. God damn it, the eraser was way too big. Let me fix that. God, I've seen the video. Oh, the hear me out cakes and the people who say the most abhorrent things on the planet. God, I think I was talking to like a family member way back when, I think probably a couple months ago about it. And they said hear me out to the Duolingo owl. It was like, you're disgusting. It was like, you need mental help. They hear me okay? Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing until I saw a streamer do it. Yeah. Yep, the owl. Yeah, my relatives are a little concerning. Okay, so we have the sleeves there, and then we'll do like the vest, jackety thing, coat. Technically there's a bag behind her, but you probably can't see it anyway, so that isn't too important. Funniest thing is, it's not the worst I've heard from them. But I think the funny thing is about Hear Me Outs is that usually if it's women, they'll say like all sorts of monsters and blah 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 and crazy stuff, and then with guys, Hear Me Outs is usually just like a normal looking woman. Like when I was watching Amelie, she did a Hear Me Out cake. No, it was her or somebody else. But the goddamn bracken from Lethal Company, which is like a plant monster that kills you. Snaps your neck. She made a whole song about it. Miss Delight from Poppy Playtime. I have no idea what that is, but I'm gonna assume it's one of the effed up looking toys. Is it better or worse than Mommy Longlegs? See, the unfortunate thing is I'm a very judgmental person. It's okay, I judge everybody equally, but I'm very judgmental. It's better than Mommy Long... Okay, well. Okay, I should hope she's more human looking than the spaghetti monster with a face and hands. Okay, then we'll start to clean this up, and then I'll add eyes. You know what, do I? Okay, let me just erase this bit here. I'll add the bangs back, but I'm trying to figure out, so if the eyes are like this... The eyes would be like that there, I think, or maybe a little bit further apart, perhaps a little bit bigger. It's gonna be a long... Oh my... It feels like it's already been a year and it's only been 2 months. It is going to be one of those years, unfortunately, though. We can never have a normal one. Okay, you know, I think the issue is we'll make the chin smaller. Maybe that'll help. No, that eraser is way too big. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. The new characters already have shit. See, I haven't kept up with Poppy Playtime, especially recently. I've seen like the first 3 chapters or so, but not really after that. And then I saw Markiplier's video he put out actually critiquing the newest one. And then there's another VTuber, Lena Lazar, who's a horror VTuber, and I saw her video about it too, and I haven't heard great things about the newest Poppy Playtime. So I'm not entirely in the loop. But from what I hear, a lot of the original developers actually left. if I have, what, like, eyes like this, like she's looking up? I can make the eyes a little bit bigger, but I feel like for the most part this makes sense. There are also people saying, hear me out, to the person we're playing. You haven't even seen him though, right? As far as I'm aware, it's not like there's a mirror or anything else that you've seen. What? That's like saying, what, hear me out, to the two hands? Like the jetpack or the grab pack that you're wearing? Like, we literally know nothing else about the person as far as I'm aware. Unless I'm missing something drastic about the story. Also, this is the first time hearing of this, so you must be on some weird side of the internet. Actually, speaking of dark sides of fandoms, I know that the creator of the Amazing Digital Circus, Gooseworks, actually recently had a bit of a issue with the fans. For those who weren't aware, I think there was a question somebody asked about who the main characters were, and she said it was Jax and Pomni. Because like anybody who's seen the show can tell you that, right? Those are the two ones that are getting the most screen time, basically. Right, they're the important ones to the plot. And people freaked out because they wanted Ragatha to be the third protagonist. And Gooseworks, she said, no, sorry. Like, Ragatha will get more screen time, but she's not a main character. And then people lost their minds. They were, like, sending her death threats and spamming her, and it was like, you all need therapy. You all need to seek help. Like, she's the creator of the show. She has every right, one, to decide who the characters are, and two, you don't even need to be the creator to have eyes. Anybody who watches that show could tell you that. Like, these people are unhinged. Yes, this is why we canonize things. Funny thing was, she put out a post when it first came out, like a year or two ago. And she was like, I need you guys to sign a waiver to be a normal fandom. Because she knew this was going to happen. She saw it coming. Okay, maybe I make the eyes a little bit wider, or I dilate the pupils a little bit, because I feel like I want her to be a little bit more shocked in this drawing. Nobody's gonna shine it. No. I mean, she was joking, but of course, I honestly, some people should be liable for how unhinged they behave. Okay, well, I mean, the eyes are not going in the same direction right now, but I'll fix it. Didn't sign up. Okay, the eye isn't pointing the right way, but still. Like, what if I... So if that isn't... Do I make the other one smaller again? No. Favorite characters are Jax and Kinger. See, this is gonna sound really, really stupid, but my favorite character is Bubble. I will not be elaborating. Bubble or... Actually, I do also like Kinger. Kinger's great. I think the newest episode is coming out relatively soon, too. It's due in March. Oh boy, I can't wait. Hopefully, I mean, It's been in the works for a while, so I know the ending's gonna be great. I mean, yeah, Bubble's just, you know, goofy, doesn't matter. I just think that, you know, Bubble adds some nice comedy to the show. Just the interactions between Bubble and Kane, I feel like makes half of my enjoyment for it. Okay, so then if, you know, I'll make the eye bigger on the other side to compensate. Something like that. Jax gets hated on the most. I mean, yeah, he definitely does. Just because he is that type of character, right? Like the mean bully sort of a thing. I mean, I can appreciate when a show includes one because they do add a lot to the story, right? Like it's always important to have that sort of antagonisty character. More recently, it's become Kane as we explore Jax, but I can appreciate him as a character, right? He may not be my favorite, I'm just not a fan of those characters necessarily, but I can understand why people would like him, because he is interesting. He's funny as hell. I mean, yeah, whatever floats your boat, right? I have no issue with him, he's fine. Okay, I feel like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna round this. Make it more childlike, just round the face. That's what makes this into a child. Just round the face. The proportions need to be more round. Bigger head. Like, I think just the show's writing is funny enough, and it's good in itself, where that pretty much every character adds to it in some way. I mean it in the way that, as a character, I'm not necessarily a fan of him, but I can definitely appreciate his interactions. Like, the snapping of Gangle's mask is always... I mean, it's sad, but it's always an enjoyable part, or like the Zooble banter. I mean, I've also definitely gone down a rabbit hole of watching or theories about what Jax was like in his human life. As far as I'm aware, he probably killed somebody. I think there's a running theory that he like ran somebody over. And we can add like a dress here, like just a tiny bit poking out. Yeah, Zooble. Yeah, the comment that was made when Kane was like, what do you want? I don't even want to know, I just avoid the fan art. Because I think the unfortunate thing was I saw there was fan art of people like legitimately wanting Jax to be tortured. That, I think, is unhinged behavior. I tend to just kind of stick away from the fan art with shows like that because there's always going to be a couple of kooky eggs. Yeah, there's some people who absolutely despise him, like especially recently with the whole controversy going on, there were people who were bringing it back up again, and it was like, I don't understand why we're doing this. Okay, I feel the shoulder, relatively small. The hand can probably be bigger still. Kane should get hated on, not Jax. I mean, yeah, but technically, the unfortunate thing is that Kane isn't really written in a way to be dislikable. Like, he does horrible things, but the way he's written, he is very much like a kind of goofy, not serious character. And he's not really, he doesn't have any malice. Where he does something, it's just usually because he doesn't understand, because he's an AI, he's not human. But the way Jax is written is he does have some level of malice behind him, so people get very caught up on that. I don't know why I rotated the canvas, there was zero reason to do that. He made Jax press the button to stay by showing Jax's past memories. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I don't know why people would be mad at that, because I completely understand why Jax would want to stay in the circus. I mean, even from a logical standpoint, if I was in there, I wouldn't believe anything that Kane said, ever. So one, assuming he believed that the button was real. It wasn't his decision, he was panicking, right? He literally looked like he was about to have a breakdown. And even if he did, right, if he didn't believe it was real, and it didn't matter what he pressed anyways, because he thought it was going to be Kane tricking them from the beginning. Okay, you just shrink the hand down, there's like no reason. I'll make this hand smaller. Because yeah, if it's down here, then we'll rotate it a little bit out, like that. This should be further down, it should be much smaller. Okay, there we go. Clean it up. And then from there, let's grab this little elbowy wrist thing, and we'll put it like right there. She's sticking her arm out. By the way, I have some random Surge hate from me, since I don't like the character at all. She's more annoying than Kane. Surge. Was that an autocorrect? That's not a... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, what does that have to do with the Amazing Digital Circuit? I see. Right, you and your Sonic. Okay, no, the hand does not make sense. Oh my god, you hate her with capital letters too? It must be bad. Okay, if she's wearing gloves here, let's add those back on. Little kind of explorer's gloves. There we go. Should probably add a line back here, because it was looking like the hand was upside down beforehand. So we'll do like that, and then light is basically coming directly down onto her from above, so it should highlight kind of stuff in the middle, and then underneath will be in shadow. There we go, like the hand down here, basically hidden. She was glazed so badly by the fans, oh yeah? Or you a contrarian? If they like her, you have to dislike Surge? I've never heard of her. I know like passing information about Sonic. Like I read the comics back in the day, but I don't know a lot of the more niche characters or even the newer ones. Knockoff version of Scourge. Interesting. I'm assuming she's probably more recent then. If she's recent, I have never seen her before. Because I've seen some of the pictures of random ones that I don't know of before, but it's usually from like the shows or the comics. She is pretty new. Oh, okay. Like I'm trying to think of the most obscure ones I know. I read... No, that's not even obscure. Because I read some of the ones with time travel, and like there was the... I'm trying to think, it was Silver, and then there was the... like a girl with like a blue ring on her forehead, and she had some sort of like psychic powers. I think that was like a small spin-off one I read back in the day, and then there was also... I watched Sonic Underground. Seen the stuff with Rouge, Shadow, Sonic Boom I've seen. I know, like, the bee, Big the cat, Cream the rabbit, all that sort of a thing, but I feel like those are still pretty popular. I'll finish drawing the other leg here. Back in 2021, interesting. Well, I was not reading her comics then. I was working during COVID, there's no way I've seen her. Okay, there's a line here, and it shouldn't be here. There we go. I'm just gonna make the eraser huge because there lines that keep showing up that should not be here. Let me just erase everything, making sure it's completely clean. Still don't like her character even after all these years? Oh my. I don't think there's really anybody in any kind of franchise that I despise that much. No, that's definitely a lie. I'm sure there's somebody out there, I just can't think of them. Even like a show, a series. I'm trying to think. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head. Wow, that's impressive. Actually, you know what? Screw that. Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh from Fate. I hate him with a passion. I cannot stand the bastard. The golden guy from Fate, if you haven't seen it. Oh my god, I hate him so much. Archer, Gilgamesh, he's the most arrogant prick I have ever watched in my entire life, and I can't stand those characters. I hate him so much, and especially, if you haven't seen Fate Zero, cover yours. Same thing with Fate Stay Night. What he did to Ilias Jovan Einsburn, who's like my favorite character. I can't stand that bastard. I hate him. I hate him with a passion. No, not ReZero. Fate Zero. It's older. You're gonna call me an unk, but it's no. Fate Zero or Fate Stay Night. Gilgamesh. He's yeah. I hate him so much. The golden guy. He's a piece of crap. Oh my god. Yeah, no. Fate Zero was way before. Okay, it is not an unk show. So help me God. I watched it when I was like 10. On second thought, it might have not been a great show to watch as a 10-year-old, but like I turned out fine. It's amazing. It's probably one of my favorite ones of all time. The Fate series, they're absolutely incredible. Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night, Fate Unlimited Blade Works, Extra Last Encore, Apocrypha, I love all of them. They came out with a really new one recently. Fate Strange Fake, and that has Gilgamesh in it again, and I hate him. I hate him with a passion. He's awful. You know, if you like Jax, you might like him. He's another piece of crap. Have I seen ReZero? See, no, I've been recommended ReZero by a friend of mine for years, and I haven't seen it, and he's told me I would probably love it, but I know the story and I know the characters, right? Like the reset points, and if you die, you go back in time. And like, I know about the characters and that sort of thing. It has a lot of blood. I mean, I'm fine with that, right? I like dark fantasy shows, that sort of a thing. I saw the scene, actually, you know what? I saw the scene with the rabbits. That was awful. Like, I'm trying to think. Some of my favorite animes. Bleach, Blue Exorcist, the Fate series, Record of Grand Crest War. I'm trying to think of what else. I went on my anime list the other day and I was like rating these because a friend of mine asked me to make a list so that they could judge me. I'm trying to remember what I put on there. Oh, Rise of the Yokai Clan. Nurario no Mago, I think that's what it's called in Japanese. Those are all amazing. That's probably much more obscure. But yeah, any kind of dark fantasy show is incredible to me. Be the Beginning was another really good one. That was like a detective mystery show. Okay, let's draw another box then. Rosewall L. Mathers. Interesting. Never heard of him. I'm just going to draw a box here and I can resize it afterwards anyways. That's way too big. Why did I do that? Okay. And then from there, we'll trace down again. And then straight across, and it's okay. We'll clean this up in a minute. I just need to trace the box first. No, come on, select, there we go, okay. My iPad's being difficult today. I mean, when is it not, really, but just kind of especially difficult today. So I can probably put that, like, right here. Somewhere like that. We'll move her. Just another, she's roughly in the box, like somewhere here. And then we also need to draw one directly above it. And we will have, what was the plan again? I wrote like a scribble page with notes and information because I never do that beforehand. covered in light. Why do I waste my time? Okay, so we're gonna get rid of this, and then I'm gonna draw another box. Or rather, we'll do another sketch. So it should be like frustration or like eyes flashing. It's a character that gets glazed as much as Gojo when it comes to power scaling him. Interesting. Roswell D. L. Mathers. See, that's another thing. I know I've been told that I would really like Jujutsu Kaisen. I have not seen it. I just have not had time as of late to be watching these shows. I have one friend of mine, they recommend like a new show every single week. It's Reinhard van Estrella that gets glazed? Interesting. That's a fun name. Like a very Germanic kind of. I mean, they used it in Overwatch, but it's a very kind of like older, more unique name. You don't hear a lot of stuff like that. Like Reinhardt, Wolfgang, those sorts of names. I always find them interesting. Okay, wait, I want the eyes to be half closed because she's getting frustrated, and then they look up at the sky. So we're gonna have the eyes something like this, right? Eyes clothing. Oh dear God. Right, it's another one of those everybody's into the main character shows or something. Okay, so we'll have the eyes looking up. Reinhardt is one of the characters she's shipped with. Interesting. Okay, so we'll have the eyes lowered like this in frustration. And then we'll have the box set like that, right? Okay, you know what, that was easy. We'll just have this one, that was done quick. Right. Hair set like that, kind of frustrated. Okay, the eyebrows are a little effed. Let's redo that. Sorry if you're no, I honestly, I never care about spoilers, really. The only series where I dislike spoilers is Danganronpa, but that's because it's a murder mystery. Anything else, I honestly care less. Spoilers don't actually ruin shows for me. I remember I knew the ending for... I forget what the show was called, but it was one of my favorite ones ever. And I knew going in how it was going to end and what was going to happen to all the characters, and it still didn't change anything. I still enjoyed all of it. Favorite character is Garfield Tinsel, by the way. Interesting. You're giving me a lot of names here. We're gonna have to write these down. Okay, wait, you know what? The hair wouldn't be like that. The hair would be further up here, right? I mean, from what I'm seeing, they do look cool. I know Emmy, the main girl who has like ice magic or that sort of thing, and she has like her little pet. I love his design. And then there's the twins, which I always appreciate in a show. Okay, and we'll have her eyebrows furrowed, like she's irritated. Okay, then we'll make the box. Go back to calligraphy, we'll make one quickly. Like so. Ram or Rem? I don't know which is which, I just know that they're the twins, and that's how I will continue to address them, because I have no idea which one's blue and which one's pink. Actually, I don't know if that's bad. I usually just refer to twins in shows as the twins, because if they're difficult to distinguish, I'm not going to remember. Rem is blue. Okay, so Ram is pink. Is it Ram or Rom? I'm probably saying it wrong. Rem and Rom or Rem and Ram? Okay, then we can erase this and then crop it. It's both. What do you mean it's both? Rem and Ram or Rem and Rom? Does it just depend on the pronunciation of the person? There's no like official one? Okay, freeform, and then we're gonna distort it. And try and... Okay, excuse me, sir, the rotation is not helping. Bring it down here. Right. Get rid of the rotation. We're gonna squish it back like this. I want to try and make it line up as much as possible. Okay, you are not lined up. Everyone says Ram like that? Interesting. So I'm not the only one butchering it then. That's good to know. Okay, I screwed this up royally. This is so crooked. What the hell did I do? I have to go to sleep. No, see you later. Rest up. Night night. Hopefully you get better. Okay, now to finish this box. See, I'm not too sure how much longer we're going to be going on for anyways. I streamed earlier today, and it is getting relatively late. I might continue to work stuff on my own time, but we'll see. I want to get this page relatively done with. Okay, so we'll clean up this now. There we go. It was on an angle early and didn't realize why. It's because I butchered it. Okay, now we're gonna grab this and we're gonna flatten this out. Perfect. Then I'm gonna go back. Okay, yeah, you are not straightened out properly. I feel like this shouldn't be difficult. Why is it not straight? Okay, let's go back here. No. Like so. See, it's on the line. There we go, nobody can say it's not. So from here, we're just going to erase a little bit. I'm going to keep drawing that. There we go. Erase this middle line because it now serves no purpose. It needs to be euthanized. Okay, honestly, I could just leave that there like that. I'll put this back on. And then I will, we'll erase the box. No, wrong layer. This layer, and I will erase in the box there to make sure that it's not blending in the background. And then same thing with this one. Did that disappear? Why is it disappearing? Oh, it's above it. I forgot. I didn't realize it's above it. Let me drop this underneath. There we go. That should help. And then we will erase the inner bit there. Turn it sideways and try not to give y'all a seizure. Sorry. Okay. Keep erasing. Grumpy, tired face. She's complaining like, oh my god, why did I waste my time coming here today? And then she looks up and they see a comet flying overhead. None of this will make any sense, which I apologize for, but there we go. And then I can go back here and we can fill in the rest of it now. It's okay, the hand may be sticking out of frame, and that's fine. We'll just have that be intentional. And then we'll continue to fill around the lines. Okay, around the fingers. There we go. And then we do the rest of the box here, around the edges. Okay, there we go. And then we have the panel bright like that, and then there'll be some sort of a comet or light shining up here. I mean, that's rough still, but you get the idea. Nope, that did not look like that. Okay. Right, some sort of bright line will have like a trail or a pattern going off like that there. I mean, I could draw it with a luminance brush too, that would probably help. But yeah, there's some kind of comet going overhead like that, basically. Let me get this here. Luminance, luminance, light brush. No, that still looks wrong. I cannot draw a straight line to save my life, apparently. There we go, it's still something like that, right? It'll still be tiny, but something like a comet shooting up like that, okay? I think that makes sense for the most part. I know it's only been a short bit, but I think I might end that there for today. Unfortunately, I'll keep working on this on my own time, but it is getting relatively late. Let me see if there's anybody I can raid into, but thank you so much for coming by, everybody. Let's see on Twitch if there's anyone I can drop off on. And I already streamed earlier today, and I was working on some other stuff, so I'm just gonna post. I had a short we put out too, and then I'm gonna be working on finishing this, but that might be it, at least for now. Let's see, anybody I can raid into? No, you know what, we might just end that there for today. I mean, there's Juniper, or Kimmy. You know what? Let's do Chelzor. Chelzor the Destroyer, she's doing a React stream. We could do that. Let me mute the music. Alrighty, thank you everybody so much for coming by. My name is Sheshire, the Devil's Not So Funny Jester, and I will see y'all later. Bye.